Hey, what's up everyone? Today is Tuesday, which means that it's time for another live Q&A all about dropshipping on different marketplaces like eBay and Facebook Marketplace. So normally during this hour is just a pretty casual time for me to sit down, answer any questions that you guys throw up in the live chat, and I will take a look and try to answer those questions for you guys. So I want to have some announcements I want to make first. So first of all, this week is Black Friday. Very important time of the year for us dropshippers, but I also have some sales going on for my courses. So if you're not familiar with what the type of dropshipping is that we do, we are dropshipping on different marketplaces like eBay, Facebook Marketplace. So basically, the way this works is we list up products for sale, let's say on Facebook Marketplace. We don't actually own those products. We're just creating listings on those marketplaces. And the cool thing about that is that there are so many customers already there. So you don't have to worry about getting customers to visit your website. We are going where the customers already are. There's millions of customers on Facebook Marketplace. So we create a listing there. Once the item actually sells, we then purchase the item from our supplier. And the supplier then ships the item directly to our customer. So it's completely hands-off business. We do this on Facebook Marketplace and we do this on eBay as well. So I have a course that teaches you how to do it on eBay and a course that teaches you how to do it on Facebook Marketplace. The Facebook Marketplace course, I only open it up for enrollment a couple of times a year. It is open for enrollment right now. I just added brand new content into it about how to dropship using Facebook Shops. So if you want that course, it's only open for a few more days and then it's closing for enrollment. Next year, late next year, when I open it back up, the price is going up. So if you want to join that course, the link for it is down below. Again, that's closing for enrollment in a few days. Also this week for Black Friday, I'm running a special on my eBay dropshipping course, and the link to that is down below if you want a special discount on the course. Go ahead and check that out for the discount on how to do that on eBay. All right, guys, so let's see who's here and what kind of questions you guys have. Dale says, hi, Paul. If someone has experience with eBay dropshipping, would you recommend beginning with Facebook Marketplace or Facebook Shop, or what should you do there? So it doesn't, if you have experience with eBay or have experience dropshipping at all, it's always going to help you on a new platform like Facebook Marketplace. I know for a lot of you, you're just getting into Facebook Marketplace, you're just getting into Facebook Shops. This is an excellent time to do that because it's just been insane this year, what we've seen on Facebook Marketplace. And now that I'm using Facebook Shops, it's even crazier right now. So I've set up a Facebook shop. I've set up a few of them, but I'm really only running one of them at the moment. And I set the whole thing up and I feel like I'm not even trying that hard and I'm making $100 a day in profit. So again, $100 a day, and I'm not even trying that hard with it. So there's so much potential with Shops. That's why I'm trying to get all my students on board with it. That's why I gave them all access to the Shops mini course for free. Anyone who's in my Facebook Marketplace course, really, really excellent place to be selling. Shops is a little bit different than just using straight Facebook Marketplace. I don't want to really get into the details of what the difference is. I have videos about that already. But just know when you're selling with Facebook Shops, you are still selling on Facebook Marketplace. It's just another way to do that. And it's a much more powerful way, in my opinion. Facebook Marketplace is still really powerful, but Shops just kind of brings it to the next level. So my recommendation to everyone, no matter what experience you have, is if you want to start Facebook Marketplace, which I definitely think you should do both Facebook Marketplace and Facebook Shops at the same time. So Facebook Marketplace, selling directly there is very, very simple to set up, very straightforward. And you'll start having listings up and you can start making sales the very same day. So I would definitely jump into that, start to gain that experience and working with Facebook directly onto Facebook Marketplace. At the same time, start to set up your Facebook shop. There are many steps involved in the process. I lay all of them out for you in the course. And so you can follow those steps. You'll know exactly how to get your shop set up. But there are many steps, so it can take a little time. And there is an approval process as well that you have to wait for Facebook to actually approve your shop. So I don't want anyone setting that up and just waiting for the approval and not actually doing anything when they could also be selling directly on Facebook Marketplace. So I suggest you do both at once. And then if your shop starts to take off, then you could stop doing Facebook Marketplace if you want. That's pretty much where I'm headed. I don't at this point see the need to do both Facebook Marketplace and Facebook Shop myself, because it's when you're selling with shops, you are selling on Facebook Marketplace anyway, so you still get that benefit plus a lot more. So I think at this point I'm just going to focus on shops. What is the purpose of connecting Facebook Marketplace and shops if there are no views on Facebook Marketplace? I'm not 100% certain what you're asking, Marjorie. So if you're selling on Facebook Marketplace, Marjorie, and you're selling directly there, you're not using Facebook shops, and for some reason you're not getting any views on your items, there are a few reasons that might be happening. Now, let's not get into all the reasons just yet. The more important thing to realize is that when you sell with Facebook shops, those problems aren't there. So people have reported that they've had view issues where their items weren't getting views when they're selling on Facebook Marketplace. But as soon as they started using Facebook shops, they were getting views, they were getting sales. So what we think is that when you sell a Facebook Marketplace directly, there seems to be more bugs than there are if you're just selling directly with Facebook shops. So Marjorie, try it out. I think if you connect Facebook Marketplace and shops, what you need to realize is that you're not connecting your Facebook Marketplace to a shop. You're just connecting your shop to Facebook Marketplace. So let me try to explain that a little better. So when you set up a Facebook shop, you're setting it up as a business. You're going to create a business, and that's going to have the Facebook shop. That shop, that business will then have its items connected to Facebook Marketplace, and Facebook will then push any items that are in your Facebook shop, they'll push them to Facebook Marketplace. So anyone browsing Facebook Marketplace will see your shop's items right there in Marketplace. So you get that benefit of Marketplace, plus all the benefits of the software automation that you get with Facebook shops and all the other benefits that you get with shops as well, including seems to be less bugs. Facebook seems to push shops items on Marketplace more than if you don't have a shop. So there's tons of benefits to using shops. Yeah. Okay. Would you recommend setting up a business entity and bank account before doing Facebook shops? I would. So I always think it's a good idea to run your business under a business and not under your own name. You totally can do it under your own name. And to start out, that's a very simple, straightforward way to do it. That's certainly how I did it when I first started dropshipping. But yeah, it's a good idea for lots of different reasons. You could talk to like a business lawyer about it, but there are potentially tax benefits, potentially if you set it up right. There are also liability protections if you set it up right and run it correctly. And it just makes you look more professional, makes you look like more of a real business. And I think if you're doing Facebook shops, that is what you should do. I think it will increase your chance of getting your shop successfully approved. Tyler's take says, Paul J, buy the Lipsky. Hope you load it up on Ethereum. So if you guys don't know who Tyler is, Tyler has a YouTube channel all about e-commerce. He's always trying new things and exploring and just sharing his journey. You guys should definitely check him out. We talk a little bit about crypto. I've not been looking, honestly, which is pretty bad. I'm not looking at my investments. But I know there was a dip happening with crypto and Ethereum, but I haven't really paid attention. I'm logging in right now to see how low it is. I'm more of like a buy and hold. Let's see. It's not down that much. It's not down. That's not enough of a dip for me. I look for real dips. Okay. So I loaded up. I did load up on some cryptocurrencies earlier this year after the crash. So kind of when it was really in the dip this year. Yeah, I did pretty good with my timing on that. And I'm just going to hold it for a while. Where in the world is Paul today? So yeah, I've been traveling, guys. I didn't even think I was going to get to a live today, but I'm here for you guys, always making sure I deliver the knowledge for you guys. So currently I'm in New York visiting family here and just chilling out here with some family for Thanksgiving and answering your questions for you guys. Cold and windy here though. but it requires you to manually order from the supplier on the back end. So in the beginning of this video, I explained kind of how the entire dropshipping model works when you are getting the orders from like Facebook or eBay, buying them from the supplier, and the supplier ships them. So this is a question I get that Mike just asked. I get this question quite a bit. Do you have to manually fulfill those orders? In other words, you get an order on eBay, you get an order on Facebook Marketplace. How does the supplier, whether that's a retail supplier like Walmart.com or a wholesale supplier, how did they find out about it so that you can order it from them and have it shipped to the customer? So for the most part, you do have to manually place those orders. So what that means is eBay, Facebook Marketplace, they'll give you the buyer shipping address. You just go into Walmart, order it, or go to your wholesaler, order it. And for the shipping address, don't enter in your shipping address. Enter in the shipping address you got from the order on eBay or Facebook Marketplace. That's it. So it takes 2 minutes at most. I should time myself. I've been doing a bunch of them. Normally what I do is, for any one of these businesses, I set it up and then have a virtual assistant run it. So the virtual assistant will do stuff like this for me. They'll log in, get the orders, and place them for me. And there is software that can semi-automate that process. So what the software does is, it's a Chrome extension called Spot and Paste. It can copy the address from eBay and paste it into Walmart. It can copy the address from Facebook and paste it into Walmart. So that way you don't have to copy and paste the address yourself. This Chrome extension saves you a lot of time by doing it. So that probably brings it down to like a minute per order. It's super, super fast. So a lot of people, they ask me about this, like, oh, but you have to place the orders yourself. And it's like, yeah, but it takes a minute and a half, maybe tops, to place orders. That's all the work you have to do. And I'm making $20, $25 profit every time that I do that. Seems worth it to me. And then I'll hire virtual assistants. Obviously, they'll fulfill the orders, and that way I don't have to do it myself. But yeah, it goes fast. It's really not a big deal. Hey, Sean, how's it going? Smash that like button, y'all. Can you tell me if you got tax exempt for Ohio? Let me look something up. So some states don't have sales tax. I thought Ohio did. Ohio sales tax. So why they don't have a resale, or they should have a resale permit because they have sales tax. So there's something there. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, good question from Lawrence. Hey, Paul, how long should I wait for my shop to be approved? It's been 5 days. Should I still list while it's being reviewed? So, Lawrence, the amount of time it can take can really vary. So again, once you actually go through the steps of setting up a shop, you have to wait for the shop to be actually be approved by Facebook. The amount of time it takes varies. You know, they don't count weekends, there's holidays, all these things matter. For one of my shops, I was approved within an hour, but for my other ones, they took a couple of weeks. So it's completely normal where you're at. Don't feel like it's been 5 days and it should have been approved already. That's not the case. Okay, like I said, it took a couple of weeks for most of my shops to be approved. I think you should still list. If you're using the software that I'm teaching in the course, you can use that software. And the brilliant thing about it is that if that shop doesn't get approved, you can always use that software with another shop. It's instantly transferable. So you don't have to set up a new software in order to use it with a new shop. Just use that software, do research, find items, add it into the software, and then when you're ready, you just plug it right into whatever shop gets approved, and it will be good to go. So super easy. Let's get a message. Nope, everything's good. Just want to make sure it's not my VA messaging me. Nope, looks so good. Uh, okay. Hey, Paul, Facebook keeps the taxes when someone purchases an item. eBay also does that. So double taxes because Facebook does not pass the taxes to me. This is so the way that sales tax used to work was that you pretty much, if you sold online, didn't have to charge your customers sales tax unless they lived in the same state as you. A lot of that changed a few years ago, and basically all these marketplaces have to charge sales tax now, and they have to collect themselves and take care of it. So you don't handle it at all. That's the rules in most states. So that's the way that that's the way the marketplaces work. eBay collects for you, Facebook collects for you, Amazon collects for you, so you don't have to worry about it. Now the problem is that, in other words, they're collecting it from the buyer and then taking care of it. The problem is that when you buy the item from your supplier, you will end up paying sales tax for it. So you pay sales tax when you buy the item from like Walmart, and then the customer gets charged sales tax for the same item when they buy it from you. Now, you're not out that money, okay, because that wasn't money that was yours to begin with. But what you can do is you can become tax exempt. This is something I teach in my course, in both my eBay course and my Facebook course. How to become tax exempt so that when you're purchasing items from like Walmart or from wholesale suppliers, you don't have to pay sales tax. And the reason you don't have to pay sales tax is because someone else is. The customer on eBay or Facebook, they're paying sales tax, so you don't have to. But there's a whole process that you have to go through in order for you not to have to pay sales tax and do it correctly. Aloha. What's up? I keep getting the error message telling me to come back in 24 hours to complete the setup process. So sorry that's happening. Obviously, as you saw in the videos in my course, that happened to me at first as well. Make sure you troubleshoot the issue using the videos I have in there. In particular, in that video, I say don't check. There's a certain box I tell you do not check off this box. Make sure that you do not check off that box, because as soon as I stopped checking that box off and then actually waited 24 hours, that's when it actually went through and I was able to complete the setup. Okay. What is a trick to increase eBay selling limits? For eBay selling limits, so when you're new to eBay, they will limit the number of items that you can list and sell. That's protection that's built into eBay so that they can make sure that what you're selling, you actually fulfill the orders. So that's normal. The way you increase it is you have to put up as many listings as it allows you to and get as many sales as you can. Even if you don't make a lot of money on those sales, you just want to generate sales to show eBay that you are a responsible seller and you're making sales and everything's going well. And then once you do that, they will increase your limit. Okay. Getting views on shops, not marketplace. Yeah, but you still need to have it connected to the marketplace. Okay. Shop says to wait until January to connect to marketplace. So currently there's no way around that. This is unfortunately something that Facebook just implemented like about a little less than a week ago. They're not accepting new shops onto marketplace at the moment, but they will start in January, which is about a month and a week away, or a month and a half away, I should say. So what I'm telling my students is set up your shop now, because remember, it takes time to set up a shop. So start selling on Facebook Marketplace, learn the ropes there, start making money with that, and start setting up your shop. Go through it step by step, get everything set up. There's a waiting period to be approved for a shop. And then once you're approved for a shop, you can get everything looking good. You can get the products in there. You can do the research, and then you are ready to go once the marketplace feature is unlocked for you in January. So that is the route that you should take, so that you are good to go come January 1st. Oh, any advice for the dum-dum who shipped an item to the wrong address? If you're a dum-dum, then I am dumber because I've done that many times. So yeah, what I would do if that happens is, you did the right thing. Contact support, Walmart in this case. Ask them to cancel it. If they can, they can. They might not be able to. Another thing to try is to find out who the carrier is and contact them. Sometimes they can reroute it. Even if they can reroute it to a pickup location. So like UPS has pickup locations. So if you get it routed there, it's just going to sit there. No, the customer isn't going to know to pick it up there. So it's just going to sit there, and then eventually it will be returned back to Walmart, and Walmart will refund you, and you can then get your money back for that. So those are the things I would try. If that doesn't work, then you will have to just kind of wait for the customer to notify you that they received the wrong item, and then you can ask them to ship it back so you can send them the right item. Thanks, Daniel. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope your Q4 is off to a good start. What are some ways to get around having no access to credit while starting out? So you do need some sort of credit card or debit card to fulfill orders as a new seller, because you're not going to get your money right away from the marketplace. You have to wait for the item to be delivered, and then you'll get your money. So you need a credit card to do that. And then once the money is released to you, you can pay off the credit card and keep the rest as profit. If you don't have a credit card, you can use a debit card as long as you have enough money in the bank to cover those purchases. And you can also try getting a secured credit card. That's a good idea as well. Yeah, Daniel has some great videos. So guys, you should definitely, I did an interview with Daniel, but check out his YouTube channel, Daniel Sells Online. Great name for YouTube channel. That sums it up right there. I often get asked, I'll tell that part in a bit, but yeah, check out his channel. He has tons of great stuff on there. He's doing Facebook Marketplace, Facebook Shops as well. And we talk about what we're doing because, it takes a, if you guys ever hear of masterminding, right? That's where you find a group of people and you can bounce ideas off each other. It's like, hey, I tried this. Hey, I tried this. This worked for me. This didn't work for me. And then you're stronger that way. You're able to fix problems faster when you guys work together. And people are like, well, you're giving away your secrets to someone, right? But you're actually just you learn more. It's beneficial to everyone. That's why I share so much online, because it forces me to learn. It forces me to adapt. Daniel and I were talking about this the other day. We're like, sometimes we'll try things, not necessarily because we want to, but like it's something to do for YouTube. And all of a sudden we're like, hey, actually this is working really well. And this is really cool. So it always pushes you to try new things. And we hear from you guys saying like, hey, I tried this and this worked. So putting everything out there hasn't hurt my business. It's only helped me become a stronger drop shipper. And there's plenty of other people doing that as well, like Daniel. So definitely check out what he has. I feel like I was about to tell you a story and then I don't remember what it was. Oh yeah, Sells Online. So, when people ask me what I do now, it's so hard to answer that. I used to just be able to say I'm a lawyer. That was pretty straightforward. Now I'm like, well, I always fumble because I'm like, do I want to like get into this and try to explain this? When I explain to you guys, like you guys get it, right? I'm talking about what I'm doing. You guys get it. But other people, when I start to explain it, they're just like, look at me with this vacant look like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So a lot of times I'll just say I sell stuff online. I feel like it just kind of sums it up, just like Daniel Sells Online. Okay. This is done in your policies. You can set that up. Hey, we talk all about different ways to make money online. So I've made a video on here about my investments before, and I talked about crypto. Let I'm not going to lose focus though. I'm not going to take a look. Um, try to learn some product research. Maybe just the items you're selling aren't good products that people actually want to buy. So learn some good product research, and then make sure your titles are good. Make sure you have good main images. Make sure your descriptions are good. Me too. Buy and hold. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. I feel like it's going to have a big major dip, and maybe I'm just feeling. We're talking about crypto again. Maybe I'm just feeling that because in 2017 when it kind of peaked in December and then crashed. Um, but I'm still just going to hold. I'm just going to hold. I'm not going to sell it till I'm 60. Bye, bye, bye. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate it. I don't use wholesale suppliers for Facebook shops. So wholesale suppliers are basically, we have the manufacturer, right? They make the item. Then they sell it to a wholesale supplier, a wholesale distributor, who then distributes it to different retailers. They might sell some to Walmart, they might sell some to Target, and they might sell some to like Amazon, right? And then from there, those retailers sell directly to the public. So as you go higher up, the item becomes cheaper. So if you can buy directly from the wholesale supplier, it's going to be cheaper than buying it from the retailer. The problem is most consumers can't purchase directly from wholesalers. They have to buy from retail stores. You need a special relationship with that wholesale supplier. Now we do that for eBay. That's the way that eBay wants you to do drop shipping, and that's the way we do it. But we don't do that for Facebook Marketplace. And the reason we don't do it with Facebook Marketplace is because retail is allowed. There's nothing against doing retail drop shipping onto Facebook Marketplace or Facebook Shops. And the other great thing about it is that it works so well. Software, the automation when you're using retail stores is just excellent. And I love automation. So I'm sticking with retail suppliers on Facebook as long as it continues to work. I mean, I'm selling things at basically a pretty much like a 200% markup basically. So like whatever the price of the item is like if it's a $15 item on Walmart, I'm making $15 profit on it. So it's just really good markup and margins with shops. So I'm sticking with that for as long as it works. Okay. George says, hey, Paul, I have Instagram and Instagram shop. Is it like Facebook shop? I haven't used Instagram shops, just Facebook shops. I'm not too familiar with Instagram shops, to be honest. Something to look at maybe in the future, but that's it for now. Sorry, my lips are really dry. Yeah, just, I don't know what you're doing. You got to learn the product research formula. This is something I teach in my course. It just works. You need a formula for finding profitable products. Okay. You can't just do something different every single time. You need to find something that works. That's what I did. I created a formula. It's a 3-step formula. It's exactly what I teach to my students because it works. LLC versus sole proprietor. Big question, man. So, do I want to get into this right now? It might be a whole topic for a different video. I mean, if you're asking me which one to use, I think it's better to do an LLC for any online business over a sole proprietor. Again, if you do it correctly, get it set up correctly and run it correctly, you can have all that going and it can potentially give you tax benefits, potentially. It can potentially have liability protections if you do everything correctly. So it's the route to go over a sole proprietorship. But it does take time to set it up, effort, and sometimes money as well. So depending on your state. So those are kind of reasons people don't do it. Yeah, you don't need software. It definitely helps though. Definitely helps software, but you don't need it. Ali says, why are sales down on eBay from last month in the UK? I am doing, sorry, looking at your photo because you look like someone I went to college with for a second. I'm doing drop shipping from Amazon to eBay. So I don't know much about the UK market. I don't sell there. I never have. So besides just some global shipping program stuff. So I'm not that familiar with it. But I will tell you that eBay does not like drop shipping from Amazon to eBay. Specifically, they do not like that. And if they catch you doing it, they will lower your results lower your listings in the search results if you're doing Amazon to eBay specifically, because they don't like that. So that could be the reason that is happening to you. This depends on the state. Unfortunately, there's no answer that's clear for all of them. Some states want you to report 0. Some don't need you to report anything at all. Any state that you're registered with, you should ask them. I believe it could, but I don't have that experience, so I can't say for sure. But I do know people here in the United States who do not have the buy button under their personal account and set up a Facebook shop and were able to sell in the Facebook marketplace. So that might be an indication that it would work for you as well, but I can't be certain of that. So Lawrence, best way to reach out to me is paul@pauljlipsky.com. Send us an email, paul@pauljlipsky.com. Okay, updated videos in the course. Yes, check them out, man. You're a member of the Facebook Marketplace Dropshipping course. Check out the new videos. I think I hate to use this word game changer because I feel like it's so overused, but I really feel like Shops is a game changer. So definitely check it out. I haven't used Facebook FBM Fox or Facebook Marketplace. I'm sure it's good. I just like what I have already. So that's what I'm sticking with. But I do think it's excellent for shops. Yes, yeah, you can with categories. Thank you, Paul, for your eBay dropshipping course. I am 13 years old and earning $5,400 profit a month. Your course helped me, especially with tax exemption. Awesome, man. Congrats. Just say e-commerce. Yeah, that works too. But, people are understanding it more. Let's see. Usually I just say I sell on eBay and Amazon and kind of leave it at that. But more and more people are actually know what dropshipping is or they've heard of it, but they usually hear about it on Shopify. The rabbit hole that I always try to avoid going down is I always try to avoid telling people, yeah, basically what I do is I buy stuff from Amazon and ship it to customers on Facebook Marketplace. Because that's when I get like all the questions. People are like, well, that really works. What the heck? Like, why do people do that? Why would people buy from you? And I don't know why, because I answer those questions all day on here. But like, I don't know why. It just feels weird to do it in person. Wait, who here? I should get a t-shirt that says that. That'd be a good t-shirt. Yeah, please check out Daniel's channel. Nice, man. Well, welcome. We are happy to have you here. Crypto's away, diamond hands. Yeah. We also just bought a house, so I can't put too much more into crypto. I only skip questions if they're really off topic or if I already answered them. Or if they're spam or something. I don't use it on eBay. No, and this is something, Sean, I talk about this in the course, the eBay course. I do use it for Facebook Marketplace. So a lot of times, if the price is super low in an item from a competitor, they might not be drop shipping at all. They might have that item wholesale. If they get it wholesale, like in bulk, they can usually get a better price. Or they're trying to liquidate something. That could be as well. They had it in stock, now they're just trying to liquidate it. Those are different reasons the item might be so cheap. I do have a TikTok, Lars. I do. I just never post on it because um, there's a few reasons I don't. Let me see if I still have it. So TikTok, it is Paul J. Lipsky. And I have 58,000 followers. It's pretty nice. I have a couple of videos on here that have over 1 million views, which is pretty cool. But they're not really like drop shipping related. But yeah, check it out. I'm Paul_J_Lipsky. There's some good stuff on there, but I haven't posted in a long time. I just didn't find it to be my favorite place. Some of the comments, I just felt like you guys are nice on YouTube, and I have pretty thick skin after all these years of different comments. But on TikTok, just to be honest, like the comments are pretty brutal. Like people are just mean on there, and it just felt like, is anyone actually even getting value out of this, or people just watch this just to troll? Is kind of what it felt like. And then I don't know. It seemed like TikTok almost like gave me a huge boost in the beginning and then stopped giving me such a boost. I don't know. I'm just complaining and making excuses, but the point is I don't really post on TikTok anymore. And I don't have an Instagram at the moment. So it's just YouTube here and on Facebook. I'm going to get an Instagram back. I got to write that down. If anything, just for the DMs, I like for you guys to be able to DM me. And that's the thing I miss most about Instagram. I was posting a bunch, but I don't even miss the posting. I just miss having you guys DM me. Yeah, we talked about that. Talked about that. Yeah. Cover salsa. Do I know anyone making 10K or more in profit on Facebook Marketplace? I do. They're pretty crazy. I'm assuming you mean like a month. Yes, I do. The couple of guys I know doing it are doing it with shops. But they were doing it before that with Facebook Marketplace. It's just shops is a lot more streamlined and easier to do it with. Let's see. I have a bunch of books and DVDs. Should I drop ship them on Facebook Marketplace? Well, yeah, go ahead and sell them on Facebook Marketplace, but if you sell them, you're not going to be drop shipping them, because drop shipping means you don't have the inventory yourself. You don't hold it. If you're going to list them up for sale and then buy them from Amazon and have Amazon ship it to your customers, that's drop shipping. But it's not drop shipping if you already have it in your hands. You're just trying to get rid of it. Let's see. I don't know. I think you can open up an LLC in the United States, even if you live in Canada. So maybe we should try that. For an LLC that you are using for eBay, would you recommend to be taxed as an S Corp, C Corp, or just a sole proprietor? Lars, you have to talk to your accountant or CPA about that, because it really depends on your circumstances. There's a certain point at which an S Corp makes more sense. But I can't answer that question for you. I don't know how much money you're making. So that's what you got to look at. Okay. At the end of October, I was selling over $150 per day on eBay for almost 2 weeks. But since the 15th of November, I have almost no sales. How can I fix this problem? It's really hard for me to answer this without looking into your eBay account and knowing what's going on there. I'm not sure. It could be, usually what the case is that you hit on some really good items. When was this? At the end of October? Maybe there were some Halloween items. So you found some really good items that were selling really well. And then all of a sudden Halloween's over. So you're not making any more sales because those are the items that were selling well. So now you have to find the next thing. This is why it's always important to continue to do product research, continue to add and list new items, so you can keep up with those curves. Or better yet, do product research and find items that sell all year long, even if that aren't seasonal, rather. So you should try that as well. Sweet, man, go for it. Why is Facebook Marketplace Titan so expensive? Is it worth it? I think it's worth it. Now, the reason it's the price it is, first of all, I don't think it's expensive. I don't think that's the way I would characterize it at all. The course teaches you how to make money. So you put money into it and you learn how to make money. So I don't think it's expensive at all. There are other programs out there that charge thousands of dollars and that don't even work, right? Facebook Marketplace is a very good place to start making money online, to start selling products online. And Facebook Shops is elevating that to a new level. And I'm including that for you guys absolutely for free in there. So I think it's completely worth it for the price. I think it's beyond worth it. And the value there is much greater than what I'm charging for it. That I'm not sure of. I'm not sure even what you mean by manage. Like, what exactly do you want it to do? Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know if you can change the business name. I don't think you can, but that's what I would try. So if you're dropshipping Amazon to Facebook Marketplace, won't that hurt your Amazon account? I heard they don't want you to dropship from Amazon, I think you mean. Yeah, so Amazon did crack down on that like a month and a half ago. I still do it. I haven't had issues with it. Other people have had issues. So other people have had their Amazon buying accounts suspended. I don't know if it's just because my account's so old. I've gone ahead and set up multiple Amazon accounts to because I thought it might happen, and I'm placing orders and spreading them around, but it hasn't happened on that main account. So yeah, I mean, it continues to work for me, and I know it's working for other people as well. And you can always make another Amazon account, or just concentrate more on Walmart. I'm doing a lot from Walmart onto Facebook Marketplace. I don't think so. There's no clear sort of criteria from Facebook that they actually use for the approval of a shop. They do have kind of their guide for getting a shop approved, but everything they list on that guide, I didn't do with my shops, and my shops were still approved anyway. So I don't think there's much merit to that list. But yeah. You never stop learning. Daniel says, product research is a skill you continue to refine as you get more experience. You never stop learning. So true, man. Thanks, Vivian. I appreciate that. The vote of confidence. Answer this. So rewind. Scrub back and listen. Oh. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. It's definitely worth the money. I'm not sure. First of all, if you're not in the if you're not in the United States, then that could be the issue. Only certain countries have the shipping option. If you've ever run Facebook ads before or tried to run Facebook ads, and you got that account banned, that could be the reason that you don't have the shipping option. Again, I know someone who didn't have the shipping option enabled, set up their shop, and it worked for them. So you can have multiple shops under one, what's the word I'm looking for? Not commerce manager, under one business manager, under one business on Facebook. I'm blanking on what it's called. Yeah, so you can have multiple shops under one business on Facebook. I think it is called Business Manager. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yep. I have invested in multiple courses and you always make your money back on that initial investment. Yeah, that's what I love about courses is that you get so much knowledge so quickly. Anytime I'm looking to learn something, I'm just amazed because you go to college and like what does one credit cost? Like thousands of dollars, and sometimes it's just like the course is just like a filler course. Like I can't believe like this is allowed, but you can go online, spend $500, $600, $700 on a course that can actually teach you a real way to make money that you can start implementing right away. You don't have to wait to graduate and then find a job from someone else. It's incredible. I love courses. I think the next course I'm going to take, I'm looking for a good one on crypto. I obviously know some about it, but I'm really just, again, buying and holding cryptocurrencies. I want to do some more active trading with those. So I'm looking at a few different courses, and I'll probably buy all of them because I'm a big believer that the more information you have, the better. And I'm willing to invest. If I'm serious about this, and I am, then I'm willing to buy multiple courses to learn from multiple different people and take everything that I can get, and put it into my brain, and have it all work together. I think that's excellent way to go about it. Let's see. Yeah, so there's only some tracking numbers that Facebook Marketplace allows. UPS, FedEx, and USPS are the three. If you have anything else, it's not accepted. Now, there are ways around that, and that I talk about in my course, including if you get an Amazon tracking number. But the other good news is that if you're using Shops, you can upload pretty much any tracking number. There's so many different carriers that they accept. Do you know if sellers on Facebook Marketplace can receive payouts using multiple accounts with the same bank account? Oh, I don't know the answer to that. I'm sorry. I would not connect a Facebook Marketplace. Like if you're selling directly to Facebook Marketplace from your profile, I wouldn't connect that, to the same bank that you might use on multiple different of those Facebook Marketplaces. I wouldn't do that. No ads for Facebook Shops. Business Suite, thank you. Yeah, you can send me an email, paul@pauljlipsky.com, or yeah, hopefully by next week I'll have another Instagram. Oh, thanks, Steve. Yeah, I miss you coming in because I always remember your avatar kind of stood out to me. There you go, always learning. And Daniel's successful. Not everyone who comes into this space of trying to make money online, different ways, sees success. Daniel's one of them. Tyler's one of them. And a lot of the people that I speak to, a lot of the people that I connect with who I see being successful, I see them all having common traits. And one of them is, of course, like a just drive and a tenacity where they just don't want to give up. They want to keep going. Like, I'm going to figure this out no matter what. And that's part of the fun for them. They want the challenge of being able to figure it out, which I think is really important for an entrepreneur, because most people, or really the way that we are taught in society, is not to be an entrepreneur. We're taught how to be employees, where we are told what to do. I mean, think about it. In school, you're told what to do. And that's exactly what an employee is. But employers, or an entrepreneur, has to figure out what to do for themselves. And that's part of the challenge, part of what makes it fun. So, all these people I'm talking about, like Daniel, like we all have these common kind of traits. And another one is just a hunger to learn. It's hunger to learn something new and to try new things. And you definitely see that by just the number of courses like Daniel takes. No, not yet. I got to do that. I've kind of just been putting off, kind of just hoping my old Instagram would get reinstated. So I'll need to figure that out. For crypto, I have a guy. So again, I'm looking at a few. I'll let you guys know. I'm going to make a video about it probably in December or January. January is kind of a good month for me to try new stuff. Not necessarily because it's a new year. Of course, that's a great time to start new stuff, but also because it's kind of like I can kind of take a breather after the holidays. Holidays are usually pretty crazy with all the sales online. So I finally get like a little break after Christmas to like breathe before the new year, recoup, plan for the next year. And then like next year, I'm like, okay, let's try something new. This would be nice and exciting. Oh yeah. The course is a business expense. I literally use the profits I've made dropshipping to pay for the course. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, you can send Daniel a DM on Instagram. But you can't send me one because I don't have one Instagram. Not yet. Yeah, I'll let you guys know. Like I said, it might be a couple of them. But you know what? Maybe I'll take a couple of them and let you guys know which one's the best. That's what I'll do. Yeah, you can send me a message. Right, actually go to dropshippingtitans.com or click any of the links down below. And then on that page is actually a chat that you can chat with me right there, or somebody on my team at least, and they'll send the message to me if we have to. Okay. What do I think about high ticket drop shipping? When you said that part, I'm like, okay, I'm following you here. High ticket drop shipping is when you drop ship more expensive items, a couple $100, even up to $1,000. There's huge benefits to that, but there's also risk. Benefits are you have to sell less items to make more money, but the risk is that all you need is that one customer to try to scam you, and it could be out hundreds of dollars. But then you went off and you start talking about drop shipping yachts and Lamborghinis. I don't know anything about that. I'm sure there is sort of like, I wouldn't really call it drop shipping, more like a, because you're not, no one's shipping these yachts or Lamborghinis to people, but you can be a middleman, right? That's all middle people do, or middlemen, middle women do, right? You are just finding the customers, and then I don't know. I don't know how to do that with Lamborghinis and yachts, but I'm sure there's people who are just act as middlemen in there. It's hard to shake the employee mindset, but you can do it. Entrepreneurship is high risk and high reward opportunity is worth it. I agree, man. And I'm still struggling to shake that mindset somewhat. It's been 3 years now. I quit my job 3 years ago. Which is crazy to think about. It's been that long. It's been totally worth it, but I still work during the week and don't work on the weekends. I cannot shake that habit. And I really want to. This winter, I'm going to force myself because we want to go skiing in Colorado. There's an alarm going off somewhere. We want to go skiing in Colorado, and it gets super busy on the weekends. So we would love to go during the week. So I'm going to force myself to, only put in the hours on the weekend and maybe part of the week, and then go skiing the rest of the week. Yeah. Let's see. Or just hire more VAs to do it all for me. Do you have to have an LLC? I don't think so, but I think it really increases your chances. I tried it, Rich. I tried shops, and I was blown away by how well they worked, how automated they were. And yeah, I mean, you can't argue with results. Shopify. I don't have a ton of experience with Shopify. I've definitely tried it before, dabbled in it, but haven't really gone all in with it. I think it's realistic to make profit in 90 days based on what I've seen my friends do who are in Shopify, but yeah, I can't speak too much about that. Sweet. Go for it, man. Nah, man, one negative feedback from a customer is not a huge deal. That's normal. What I would try to do is first see if there's a way to get that negative feedback removed. If there's something in it that's just like, that's not allowed in a review, you can ask eBay, and they might be able to call them up, find the right customer service rep. They might remove it. You can also try reaching out to the customer and saying, hey, how can we make this right, and then see if you make it right, and then try to get them to revise the feedback. Oh, heck yeah, man. I mean, yeah, it's insane. So, I mean, first of all, I'm not tied down to one location. So, I mean, like, I'm here in New York. I'm still doing work, right? I'm still drop shipping, but um, I don't have to be in one place for it, right? I don't have to be where I live. I was traveling for 2 years full time doing this. Um, and also, there's flexibility, right? So even though, yeah, I was talking before how I was normally really working during the week and take weekends off, but I mean, like the hours in that day have been very flexible. Like I'll sometimes wake up early to work so I can have the rest of the day off, or some days I'll just, not really work at all, to be honest. I have virtual assistants going, I have software going, and all that stuff kind of works, so I don't have to spend as much time on it. And I try to do more and more of that. That's something I'm really striving to do more. But so there was a point after I quit my job when I was working more hours on my businesses than I had been at my job. I was working about 80 hours a week. It was still worth it. It was still worth it to be in control of my own time, my own money, to feel like I was in control of my own destiny. It was totally worth it. And it all started with drop shipping, because literally it was the only thing that would work for me. Everything else I had tried was just way too difficult, way too complicated. I wasn't getting results, and I was finally getting results with this weird thing called drop shipping that I have trouble explaining to people when I meet them in public, but it really does work. And so even then, working 8 hours a week, it was worth it, totally worth it. Thankfully, I'm not working 80 hours a week anymore. I have virtual assistants, I have automation set up and systems in place, so I don't have to do that, which is great. One wheels. Yeah, exactly. I would say as an entrepreneur, you work way more. You have access to more time, but it's usually spent running your e-commerce business. At least that's my experience, and I still work 9 to 5. Yeah, I mean, hopefully, man, you can outsource more, but I think it's so funny because I think Daniel and I talked about this as well last time we chatted. It's like we'll set up a business, right? We'll set up an eBay business, and we have virtual assistants come in who can run a lot of that. Okay, great. So now we're spending during the setup process, it can take a lot of time, especially because, like people like Daniel and I, we figure it out on our own so that we can like teach you guys how to do it. So you don't have to spend as much time learning it. So we get everything set up. It takes a lot of time, but then we can outsource. And then the outsource happens, and then we're not spending as much time on it. But then we're thinking, what's next? What can I try next? How can I expand this? What can I add to eBay? How can I do Facebook now? How can I do Amazon? So then that's what ends up happening. So even if you have more time, you end up filling it. It's just what we do. Cool. All right, guys. So I'm gonna leave that here for now. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. And next week there will probably not be a live. Maybe there will be, but probably not. So thanks everyone for hanging out with me this week. Again, all the Black Friday specials I have linked up down below. There's a discount on the eBay course, and the Facebook course is open up for enrollment for just a few more days before it closes until late next year. So links are there if you guys want them. Any questions, leave them in the comments section, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now. Happy Thanksgiving.